A lot of people are constantly looking for affordable laptops with the hope that such laptops provide the most value for their money in terms of doing what they actually bought them for. With the end of 2024 being near, these last few weeks tend to be a good time for people to make these purchases and likely also benefit from discounts. With this in mind, I thought to make this video to discuss the top 5 Windows laptops that can be considered budget friendly and that you should consider buying if you're thinking of getting a laptop soon with a limited budget. This is the result of narrowing down a list containing many laptops that are currently available and fall under this category. But before we actually get started, let's clarify a few things. First of all, budget friendly, but for which purposes exactly? Ideally, we should try to aim for some sort of balance between word processing and productivity, which are typically less demanding activities, as well as gaming, which is a typically more demanding activity. This means that this list takes into consideration people interested in word processing and productivity only, gaming only, as well as both sets of activities combined. Second, we need to set an acceptable price limit that can be considered budget friendly. A reasonable price limit would be $1,000 Australian dollars. Now, if you're watching from other parts of the world, that will translate to approximately $650 US, approximately 500 Great British pounds, and approximately 600 euros. I will of course convert the prices of each laptop to these currencies to give you a general idea of what these laptops might cost. Also, the prices mentioned will be base prices, meaning without any discounts. This also means that you can potentially get the laptops I will discuss in this video for less than the base price, depending on your respective local retailers. Before I get into how exactly I'll be ranking these laptops, keep in mind that this list is meant to help you in your search. It's not supposed to be decisive, and I would strongly recommend that you try any laptop that you're interested in, including the ones in this list, before actually buying it. Also, if you're watching from other parts of the world, please keep in mind that there may be some slight differences in specs depending on the specific model sold in your country. Okay, now let's talk about how I'm going to be ranking the top 5 laptops for this video. I'm going to consider 7 important categories, which are screen, processor, RAM, graphics, storage, battery life, and value for money. Each laptop will be given a score out of 5 for each of these categories and will have a total score out of 35. While a laptop may excel in a particular category, the overall score can tell us which laptop is better overall. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the list. Coming in at number 5 is the ASUS VivoBook. This laptop has a 16-inch screen with a resolution of 1920 by 1200, which is a bit higher than Full HD. The resolution is good and you'll be getting a decent display quality, but nothing crazy. Overall, this laptop scores 3 points in the screen category. Where this laptop shines is with its processor, which is the Intel Core i5-12500H. This CPU is actually the best out of this list and will provide the most processing power, earning this laptop a perfect score in the processor category. Unfortunately, this advantage may be limited by the fact that the Asus VivoBook comes with 8GB of RAM. Nowadays, 8GB of RAM is considered the bare minimum for a computer to function properly. But more RAM is usually recommended for a better experience, especially when you need to have multiple programs open or when playing games. This laptop therefore gets 2 out of 5 for the RAM category. Another aspect where this laptop doesn't really excel is in graphics. Since it comes with Intel UHD graphics, so while it will be able to run light games, don't expect it to be able to run demanding games, at least not at high settings. This means that the Asus VivoBook scores 2 points in the graphics category. Storage is perhaps the most interesting area. This is because all laptops on this list share the exact same storage capacity and protocol. More specifically, we're looking at 512GB of NVMe storage. While the manufacturers and PCIe generations may be different, it's unlikely that you will experience much difference in storage speed across these laptops for these purposes. But what inference can we make with this information? Well, simply put, you'll be getting fast storage in all laptops, but perhaps not as much storage that will make it more comfortable to store multiple large files and games, like 1TB for example. This earns all laptops a 3 out of 5 in the storage category. But let's get back to the Asus VivoBook. This laptop actually has relatively good battery life, with up to 8 hours of regular use and up to 3 hours of lighter gaming. In other words, one charge should last you anywhere between half a day to a day, depending on what you're doing. This earns it a 4 out of 5 in the battery life category. This laptop costs $998, and while it does fall within the budget limit, I feel like it offers just about okay value for money, so not bad but also not great. This earns the Asus VivoBook 3 points, leading to a total of 22 points. Coming in at number 4 is the HP Pavilion, which features a 15.6-inch screen with a 1920 by 1080 resolution, which is very close to that of the Asus VivoBook. So there technically won't be any noticeable difference in display quality between the two, which is why the HP Pavilion also scores 3 points in this category. This laptop is powered by the AMD Ryzen 7 7730U processor, which performs slightly lower than the i5-12500H, but is still a decent CPU that will allow you to do pretty much any word processing and productivity, and also play games. This is made better with the fact that the HP Pavilion comes with 16GB of RAM, which is really good and much better than the 8GB in the Asus VivoBook. Fun fact, the rest of the laptops on this list also have 16GB of RAM, earning them a perfect score in the RAM department. Unfortunately for it, this laptop isn't exactly equipped with the best graphics, since it comes with AMD Radeon graphics, which perform similar to the Intel UHD graphics. This means that you shouldn't expect superior gaming performance, and you'll most likely need to stick to lighter gaming. All of this means that the HP Pavilion gets 2 points in the graphics category. The HP Pavilion offers pretty much identical battery life to the Asus VivoBook, with up to 8 hours of regular use and up to 3 hours of lighter gaming, resulting in a score of 4 out of 5 in this category. This laptop is also sold for the same price as the Asus VivoBook, and considering its specs, this laptop also offers okay value for money, so that would be 3 out of 5 in this category and 24 points in total. Number 3, the Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5i. This laptop features a touch 360-degree drop-down hinge and switches from laptop to tent to stand to tablet. This can be very convenient for a number of people, but what about its more important specs? This device has a 14-inch display with a 1920 by 1200 resolution. The good thing about this is that with a smaller display and a resolution slightly higher than Full HD, you'll be getting a slightly sharper display thanks to the slightly higher pixel density. On the other hand, you're getting a slightly smaller screen, which in my opinion isn't really offset by the minimally higher sharpness. Overall, I'll give it a 3 out of 5 for the screen category. Now this laptop is equipped with an AMD Ryzen 5500U processor, which can handle all your word processing and productivity needs just fine. In terms of gaming, it should be able to handle lighter games at medium settings, so somewhere around native resolution and medium graphics quality. This makes for a decent CPU, the only problem being that it's actually the least powerful compared to those included in the other 4 laptops, which is why I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Now this laptop features rather modest AMD Radeon graphics. Together with the Ryzen 5 5500U, these don't provide the most power, so you will essentially be limited to lighter and more casual gaming, earning the Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5i a 2 out of 5 in this category. This laptop is a close second on this list when it comes to battery life, offering up to 10 hours of regular use and up to 4 hours of lighter gaming. This is good battery life. On top of this, it recharges quite fast, with 2 hours of use gained in a 15-minute charge. This earns it a 5 out of 5 in the battery category. The Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5i comes at $978, which is just a little cheaper than the HP Pavilion and the Asus VivoBook. Considering its specs, it offers good value for money, scoring 4 points in this category and 25 points in total. Number 2, the Acer Nitro 5. Now this pick may be a bit surprising to some of you, especially at number 2, but hear me out. This laptop has the best display capabilities of this list, featuring a 15.6-inch display with a 1920 by 1200 resolution. On top of this, it has a 165Hz refresh rate, the highest of this list. This allows for super smooth transitions that will be much more pleasing to the eye, especially when opting for higher refresh rates in games. This easily earns this laptop a perfect score for the screen category. It's powered by the Ryzen 5 7535HS, which performs at a very similar level as the Ryzen 7 7730U in the HP Pavilion, and therefore means that this laptop scores 4 points in this category. Since the Acer Nitro 5 is essentially a gaming laptop, even this lower end model will still have a CPU that is fully capable of handling word processing and productivity, but more importantly, games. This brings us to graphics. The Acer Nitro 5 is equipped with the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2050, which is the most capable graphics card in a laptop on this list. It brings greater performance, which is ideal for a better gaming experience. At the same time though, there are so many graphics cards out there that perform better than the RTX 2050, which is why this laptop scores 3 out of 5 in this category. Where the Acer Nitro 5 falls a bit short compared to the other laptops on this list is in battery life. It offers up to 6 hours of regular use and up to 2 hours of gaming, which isn't terrible, especially if you're going to use your laptop while charging, but it certainly isn't great either, and it is the lowest of this bunch, giving it 3 points in this category. This laptop costs $997, and despite the slightly higher price compared to the Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5i, I think this laptop still offers good value for money, especially with the display advantage. This earns it 4 points in the value for money category and 27 points in total. And now, we have finally arrived at the laptop that has claimed the throne. Interestingly enough, this laptop is also from Acer. Number 1, the Acer Aspire 5. This laptop truly offers a great balance between productivity and gaming capabilities, and this model builds on previous models of the Aspire 5, which were also good when they released. I personally used one from 2018 to 2023, and its longevity and power for the price back then was really good. The Acer Aspire 5 comes with the second best screen of this list, featuring a 15.6-inch display with a resolution of 1920 by 1080 and a good 144Hz refresh rate. The reason it's the second best of this list is that it brings a slightly lower resolution than the Nitro 5 and also a slightly lower refresh rate, but the Aspire 5 screen still earns it 4 points in this category. This laptop comes with an Intel Core i5-13420H. Once again, the CPU performs at a similar level to the Ryzen 7 7730U, providing enough power for all sorts of tasks and earning it another 4 points in its category. The Aspire 5, much like the Nitro 5, is equipped with an RTX 2050, allowing for a near equivalent gaming experience. This laptop therefore scores 3 out of 5 in this category. It also offers the best battery life compared to the other laptops on this list, with up to 10 hours of regular use and up to 4 hours of gaming, giving it a perfect score in this category. And the best part? This laptop is the cheapest, costing $898, which is quite a bit less than all the other laptops on this list. Considering its specs, the Aspire 5 offers great value for money, also earning it a perfect score in this category and 29 points in total. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with this top 5? Have you had any experience with any of these laptops? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like, share and subscribe. Also, feel free to let me know in the comments if there is anything tech you're interested in and want me to make a video about. Make sure to also tune into the next video, which will dive into the ongoing competition between Apple ARM processors as well as Intel and AMD processors. Also, please consider supporting me by donating to my channel through buymeacoffee.com. I would really appreciate any support as I continue to bring fun and interesting content like this, only if you can of course. Link is in the description. This was the Wizard of Tech, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.